Peace. What up? Spiff Ellis, I'm your host. Episode 28 of Market Mondays. We do this every week. If you're new to my YouTube, my TikTok, you're new to my Instagram, we do this every week at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Last week we had a couple issues, technical difficulties, but we back. Grateful to be here. All right, so if you want to be inspired, you want to be encouraged, motivated, or you just need something creative to watch just to get your juices flowing, I could be that person for you. Just tune in, okay? So just grab your markers, grab your sketchbook. All you need is some imagination. Let's go. Come with me, all right? Peace. So I decided I give up. I give up trying to control every situation. I give up trying to understand everything. I decided to live my life through gratitude. I decided to live my life through meaning, purpose. I decided to live my life through clarity, and creativity, but also death and life, right? When we think about death, if you've had a death in your family, I lost my father last year. I lost my grandmother last year in the same week. I know what that feels like, to lose someone you love, to lose a human being that has meant a lot to you, somebody that raised you. I get it, but I realized that there is beauty in my father and my grandmother passing physically, leaving this earth physically. The things that they both have instilled in me, these are things that I'll never forget, right? But my point is that when something dies, it creates life at the same time. My father was in pain. My grandmother was sick. And I'm not going to get into how they passed, but it's just the fact that I know that it birthed out something new in me, seeing him in that casket. I look just like my father, seeing my grandmother, I look just like my grandmother. So it's like, I realized that it birthed out something new in me. My lust for life was born that day, and I've learned that life is only precious because it ends. And, it's not forever. It's not eternal. It's not something that we'll always have, maybe but there's definitely a life after this life, because our souls, are eternal. Our souls are forever. We're just souls and, we're spirits inside of a container, inside of a physical body, which is temporary and it expires, but I put my gloves down. I decided to put my gloves down because I feel like I put my gloves down just for, not even I'm putting them down like I'm putting my guard down, or I'm not going to be fighting anymore, or I give up and I'm not going to, I'm saying is that I'm going to learn to put my gloves down first, then relax, breathe, pray about it, you feel me? Talk to God and let him know what's good, let him know how I'm feeling, let him know what's bothering me, let him know that, that I'm here, whatever he need me to do, like I'm on that mission, like just wherever you want me to go, like, it's basically saying, like, instead of trying to control the situation first, when something bad happens, when something, inconvenient happens, and you try to do everything in your power first, you get what I'm saying? That's what that's about. That's what this drawing is about. That's what today's episode is about. Today's episode is about going to your creative first. You get what I'm saying? Stepping back, seeing the full picture, as opposed to being zoomed in and trying to figure out how can you fix the situation, even if it's something that you got yourself into. Most of the time it's not something that we got ourselves into, something that we can blame ourselves for. Most of the time it's just life happening for us, not to us, right? A lot of times, you can have an accident with your car, you could break your phone, you could lose your wallet, you could, have a deal fall through, big money you were supposed to make. These are things that have happened, with me, but I realized that in trying to control every little aspect of that inconvenience, I'm missing the lesson in it, right? I'm missing what it's happening for, and we sit down and we ask, like, oh God, why? Like, why'd you allow this to happen? Why did this happen? Why did this go wrong? I thought you loved me. I thought you feel me? I thought you had my back. I thought you said that you wouldn't forsake me, and I thought you had me. You feel me? I thought you had a plan for me. Like, that's gonna be forever. It's always gonna be that. But the thing is, like, within that plan, there are things inside of you that have to die, right? There's things that you are, have been taught. There's things that you have to unlearn. There's parts of you that are toxic. There's parts of you that are unhealed. There's a lot of trauma that you have to release, right? So you don't have to stand. You don't have to stand in that grime, that mess. You don't have to carry that weight. You don't have to carry that baggage. Those are things that you're choosing to run you and rule you, right? So even myself, I have to look in my heart, look at what causes me to be certain ways, what has caused me to be a bad person in the times where I was, what has caused me to be toxic in the times where I was, what causes me to be positive when I should be negative, what has caused me to have my anger issues, what has caused me to, with my lust, my fears, my doubts, my, everything that I'm open about, right? It's all about just putting down the gloves first. Keep the gloves near you. Keep them tied next to you. Keep fighting, right? But stop trying to fight your own battles. You don't have the power. You can't do it in your own power. It doesn't come from your strength. You don't have the strength to carry life, and to do life by yourself. And I say that without your creator. You can't do this without God. And that's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? And take that how you want. That's how I feel. That's my opinion. It is what it is. But you cannot continue to fight your own battles. You'll never have peace. You'll never be happy. You'll never have joy. You'll never get to where you want to get in this life, because you'll see everything as a problem and not a lesson. Everything is talking to you at all times. Everything is teaching you at all times. Everything is communicating what you need to work on at all times. Everything is a reflection of you. You feel me? So you have to see the world through that. Be a student. Continue to learn, right? And just continue to detach yourself from everything. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it for what it is, but you have to practice that detachment and see the world, all the problems and things like that. Don't see them as problems. Just see them as lessons. See them as temporary things. This life is temporary, so why fight all the way through it? We need to learn to live it. You feel me? So keep fighting, of course, but do it with your creator. You can't do it by yourself, all right? All right? So rest in peace to fighting your own battles. That's how we coming.